Welcome, everybody, inside historic Allen Fieldhouse on the campus of KU. The Kansas Jayhawks playing host to the Iowa State Cyclones in a Big 12 showdown that promises to move the needle in both the Big 12 standings and nationally as well. I am Mike Morgan, and we are happy to present to you the first ever college basketball broadcast on Elite Media Network. After a fantastic and memorable college football season, we hope to bring you the same type of excitement and memories during a great schedule on the college basketball slate. To my right is the Arkansas All-American NBA champion, the 7-footer himself, Joe Kleine, and together we hope to bring you an incredible contest between two very entertaining teams. Joe, when you start off with the visiting Cyclones, what more needs to be said? 16-0, one of 5 undefeated teams in all of college basketball, ranked number 2 in the country and playing some exceptional basketball. What makes them so special?
Well, their length, their athleticism, their toughness, their depth. They're a connected group that's played together for a while, and they trap the ball physically. Their defensive adjusted efficiency is number 2 in the country. They give up 62 points a game. They smother teams, they lock teams down, and they control the tempo of the game.
Joshua Jefferson leads them in scoring and rebounds, 17.7 points per game, 7.8 rebounds a game. He had a triple-double earlier in the year. He just makes it look so easy, Joe.
Yeah, he's a Swiss Army knife. I mean, he's a poor man's Draymond Green. He can rebound for you if you need rebounds. He can shoot it efficiently. He can put it on the deck. He can distribute. He's a very tough matchup because of all the things he can do, and he does it with strength and athleticism.
If you're looking for a weakness on Iowa State, good luck. They shoot 52 from the field, 41 from 3. They're one of the better rebounding teams, and they lead the league in steals. They can lock you down defensively as well.
Yeah, I mean, they do such a good job with their traps. If you get the ball close to the sideline, if you get the ball on the baseline, they're going to smother you, and they have the length and the athleticism to where they can force turnovers. They get out of every 4 possessions, they force a turnover. That's incredible. That's number 1 in the NCAA, and that feeds their break. That gets the guards in the open floor, and they're off and running. And
they have a point guard in Taman Lipsey who rarely, if ever, turns the ball over himself. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of just how good Iowa State is and why they are 16-0, 3-0 in the Big 12. Meanwhile, the Kansas Jayhawks, yes, they're top 25 in the coaches poll, and yes, they still have a net ranking within the top 25. That would tell you everything is great in Jayhawk land, but not necessarily. They're 1-2 in Big 12 plays thus far, and when you look at them, Joe, while they're outstanding here at home once again, this is a team that still seems to be figuring itself out.
Yeah, they've really kind of struggled defensively here lately. They were in the offseason, and they were a very good defensive team, but in the 3 conference games, they've really struggled. They're giving up 46 from the floor, 40% from the 3. People are really exploiting their switching defense, getting matchups, and pounding the ball in the paint, and they're having trouble getting stops because, as you know and I know, Mike, they want to run. They want to get out in the open floor, and if you don't get stops, you don't get to run.
They may have the number 1 player in the country. He was the number 1 recruit, Darren Peterson, I speak of, the 6'6 freshman guard out of Canton, Ohio, projected to be, if not the number 2 pick, maybe the number 1 pick in the draft. We might see the other guy that goes top 2, A.J. DeBonza, in a few days with BYU as they take on Arizona. He's a tremendous talent, and he's been terrific when he's been on the floor, Joe. The problem has been, due to cramping, he has not always been on the floor.
Yeah, he's the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, he's a 3-level scorer. He's got burst, he's got speed. He's an impossible matchup one-on-one. He's really impossible in the open floor. He's such an awesome player, and he can hurt you, again, at all 3 levels. When he's not on the floor, they're not as dynamic and not as explosive as they need to be.
They've got a lot of size, 6 blocks a game for this Kansas squad. That leads the Big 12 defensively, so they have some weapons of their own, but like I said, they're still trying to figure it out, and they will be tested against Iowa State, the number 2 team in all of college basketball, tonight. More of tonight's coverage is coming up from Lawrence, Kansas. When we come back, Brian Dancel joins us from our Elite Media Network studios as we get you set for Iowa State and Kansas. You are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network pregame show. From Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome on in to Allen Fieldhouse. What a way to start the 8-game schedule that we have set for you this NCAA season. I am your host, Brian Dancel. For those of you who listened to us during the college football season, you know that there was nothing but great content, great games on this very network, and we look to prove to you once again that we will have the best coverage in all of NCAA basketball throughout this 2025-26 season. And no better place to start than what we just talked about. Here in Allen Fieldhouse, the fog, as most like to call it, here in Lawrence, Kansas. In 2 weeks' time, January 26, 2026, we will have the number one team in the country, Arizona, playing upstart BYU, and with one of the most scintillating freshmen in all of the country in A.J. DeBonsa. That'll be at the Marriott Center in Provo. 2 days from then, on January 28th, we will take ourselves back to the SEC, where we will see Texas at Auburn in Auburn Arena. On Super Sunday, February the 8th, we will have a showdown of two hated Big Ten rivals in Michigan and Ohio State, live from the Schottenstein Center in Columbus. The very next night, February 9th, we move ourselves across state lines to Indiana, where the Ducks of Oregon will invade Indiana and Assembly Hall in Bloomington, hopefully at that point with a national championship trophy in tow for that football team. A couple of Mondays from, the next Monday from February the 9th, February 16th, we begin our trek down Tobacco Road with a great ACC matchup between Syracuse and Duke, live from Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. On March the 2nd, we move ourselves, we stay in the ACC with another Tobacco Road showdown between Duke and North Carolina State, coming to you from Lenovo Center in Raleigh. And the very next night, on March the 3rd, we will go ahead and take care of our very final college broadcast this season. We will move over to the Dean Smith Center, where we will take witness to Clemson and North Carolina, coming to you live from Chapel Hill. If that does not get you ready for this college basketball season, folks, I don't know what will. Mike Morgan will be on the call for a lot of these games, and Joe Kleine will go ahead and join us throughout the season as well. We look forward to you joining us. When we come back to the Elite Media Network pregame show, we'll hear from Coach Self and Coach Otschelberger on the game this evening in their own words, and we'll break it all down for you. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. I am your pregame host, Brian Dancel, here on Elite Media Network. Let's take a look deeper into our game this evening between Kansas and number 2 in the country, Iowa State. Kansas comes in at 11-5 overall, 1-2 in the Big 12. Bill Self now in his 23rd season at Kansas with a record of 620 wins against 161 losses. This is only the second time in Bill Self's tenure at the University of Kansas that they have begun Big 12 conference play with the record of 1-2. The only other time that that's ever happened was 2005-2006. What happened in that season? They went on to go ahead and tie Texas for the Big 12 regular season title. So this is by far not over. Here's Coach Self on his concerns with Iowa State.
Really play well together. You know, last year they had Gilbert and Jones out there on the perimeter with Lipsey and Jefferson and Jackson, and that's a good 5 and can score from 4 spots, and Jackson was a load that really hurt us at their place last year. But I think last year we also caught them when Monsilovich wasn't quite as effective as what he's been this year. He's been great. You know, he's probably the best percentage shooter in the country. And then, of course, they've always had standout guard play. And the thing about it is they've always been good defensively, but they're better defensively now with with the freshman Torre. I mean, he's good. And he's probably about as good a perimeter defender as we have.
Number 2, Iowa State comes into this contest 16-0 overall, 3-0 in the Big 12. This is the best start by an Iowa State basketball program in their program's history. TJ Otzelberger now in his 5th season with a record of 111-45. Not just is Iowa State off to their best start at 16-0, if you take a look at the last 4 seasons dating back to 22-23, the Iowa State Cyclones are 55-5 in the early portion of the season. That is a 92% clip of the 60 games that they've played in the last 4 years. Here's TJ Otzelberger on Kansas's struggles. Remember, their last game here against Kansas in February of 2025, they lost 69-52.
Hard to have more respect for a program, a coach, and they got 14 straight league titles, right? And so you know how good they've been over time. They've had their moments this year. They've had their challenges. And at the same time, we know that we expect for them to be at their best. We know that they have an opportunity now to come back and be on their home court. And so we'll aim to be at our best because we have a lot of respect for them and respect for their program, and now know that they're going to be at their best.
The impressive part to Iowa State's 16-0 start, in 8 games against Power 5 conference teams, Iowa State is outscoring opponents 102-53 to begin the second half to the first TV timeout, which is approximately the 16-minute mark. That has been very impressive. And Otzelberger himself will tell you it's got nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I think it comes more down to our guys having that opportunity to reconnect in the locker room and know what just happened in the game, and that they're elite problem solvers. They're grouped together that they can solve the problems, they can figure out the issues. And so we welcome their feedback, the things they're seeing and feeling at halftime. I don't think there's like these dramatic schematic changes as much as let's really put a tremendous focus on who we are and what we do. And if you've seen anything, there's a common trend of we usually generate turnovers early in the second half that lead to points. Get those points, we separate. Seems to be an offensive rebound somewhere in there early in the second half that helps our offense push through, and then just a defensive intent. So I don't know. It's not as much X's and O's. It's certainly not anything I'm saying or some motivational speech. It's a credit to our guys and understanding the game, understanding our strengths, our identity, and what we need to do to be successful.
Let's take a look at the potential starting lineups for both teams. For Kansas, at one guard, Trey White. At another guard, Melvin Council Jr. At forward, Bryson Tiller. At another guard, one of the most fascinating freshmen in the country, Darren Peterson. And at the other forward, Flory Bidunga in his 2nd season. For Iowa State, at one guard, Tamin Lipsey in his senior season averaging 14.5 points. You heard Bill Self give you one of his keys to the game. He believes that Killian Torre could go ahead and make a difference in this game. The true freshman averaging 10.4 points per game. At one forward, Joshua Jefferson in his senior season averaging 17.7 points per contest. At the other forward, Milan Momcilovic in his junior season averaging 17.6 points, and you will hear Mike and Joe call his name out a lot tonight. At the other forward, Blake Buchanan, the 6'10 junior, averaging 9 points per game. After a quick timeout, we'll take a look around the country at NCAA games already in progress, and we'll take you through a couple of the key matchups that will be tipping off as soon as ours does here as well. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA football.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse in the Elite Media Network pregame show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of the scores that are going on around the country. In the Big Ten, number 12, Michigan State beating Indiana by the score of 70-53. In the ACC, number 16, Virginia at Louisville, currently with a 9-point lead with 7 minutes left in the second. Virginia is up 61-52. Staying in the ACC, number 22 Clemson will get their 15th win of the season to move to 5-0 in ACC play. They currently have a 74-50 advantage over Boston College in the final minute. Down in the SEC, Texas A&M and Tennessee locked up in a close battle with 6 minutes left in the second half. A&M has a slight 1-point advantage over the number 24 team in the country. At the half in the Big East, number 3 UConn with a 35-22 lead over number 22 Seton Hall. In the Big 12, number 7 Houston with a 10-2 lead over West Virginia. That game just getting started. Also in the top 25 tonight, Oregon is at number 8 Nebraska. Number 18 Alabama is at Mississippi State. And number 19, Florida, will be at Oklahoma. Every one of those games tipping off just as we are here in Lawrence. After this, we'll go back to the court with Joe Kleine for his keys to the game. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Kansas here in Lawrence. As you can hear in the background, the University of Kansas going through their alma mater, and momentarily they'll be going through their rock chalk chant. I bring in our 7-footer in the booth, Joe Kleine, an NBA champion. Joe, good evening. Welcome to Allen Fieldhouse. This is not your first time here, correct?
First time, long time. I mean, it's been a while. In 1997, I was with the Chicago Bulls, and we played an exhibition game here. So, and then I was recruited in 1980 by Ted Owens to come to KU, and really enjoyed it and almost came here.
Goodness. Well, this would have been obviously quite the environment to play in, as, again, they are going through their rock chalk chant here in-house. Joe joins me for his keys to the game. Let's see, Joe, let's start with the number 2 team in the country, Iowa State. Coming in at 16-0, their best start in program history. What are their keys to this game to stay undefeated?
Well, I think both teams' key is going to be tempo. And can Iowa State keep the tempo to where they can use that half-court smothering, trapping defense that they've really hang their hat on to really set the tone for the game. If they can get this into a half-court game, and if Lipsey, Torrey, and Bateman can handle the athletic and explosive guards of Council, Peterson, and White for KU, then I would have to say advantage ISU.
Definitely in the back of their minds, they do come into this game with a 1-game losing streak to Kansas, with that game coming just a little under a year ago here in Lawrence. Now, for Bill Self and his Kansas Jayhawks, obviously finding themselves outside of the top 25 this week, beginning their season in the Big 12 with a 1-2 record. How does Bill Self and the Kansas Jayhawks turn this around?
Well, they've got to get back to playing defense like they were before the conference started. They've got to get some stops. They're not an elite defensive team, but they have the capability of being a good defensive team. And as all Bill Self teams want to do, they want to run. They want to push it. They want to get out in the open floor, let Peterson, White, Council get downhill, drive, kick, lobs, and get this crowd going, get this fog rolling in here so that Iowa State can pay heed to the Allen Fieldhouse crowd. But if they don't get stops and can't get this in the open floor, and they have to play against that half-court defense, they're going to have a hard night.
Folks, you heard me earlier talk about how tough the Big 12 is. Exactly how tough? The top 4 teams in the conference have a combined record of 62-6 to this point. Now, it does help that the number 1 team in the country is undefeated, as is the number 2 team in the country here tonight in Iowa State. But with Texas Tech and BYU right behind them, it's looking like a really good conference to be a part of this season.
No doubt. I mean, it's a conference that, last year the SEC was really a dominant conference. You've seen kind of a shift now to where you look at the Big 12 and the teams that you've mentioned, the whole conference is very well coached and very well done very well in the preseason and in the non-conference. But you look at the top of this league, and my, I was talking to Doc Sadler, a friend of mine with KU, on the coaching staff, and he said, we got Iowa State, and if we lose this game, he said, our home game, we have 3 home games against Houston, Arizona, and BYU at home. You could play really good at home and lose to those teams. So, as we stated earlier, if you're going to be a factor in your conference, you got to win your home games.
And Joe, entertain me real quick. This Kansas Jayhawks team, obviously coming in 1-2 in Big 12 play, could very easily be 0-3.
Oh,
they
yeah.
had that TCU team here on the ropes, and then all of a sudden took TCU to overtime to win 104-100.
Yeah, Jamie Dixon is still living that nightmare. I mean, they lost that game 5 times. It was right in the palm of their hand. But give credit to KU. They played the game to the end. They made plays when they had to make plays, and they pulled it out in overtime.
That is our color analyst and 7-footer in the booth, Joe Kleine. Joe, have a great call tonight.
Thank you, Brian.
Tip-off between Kansas and Iowa State is up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning plush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
They seat over 15,000 fans here at the Allen Fieldhouse, a.k.a. The Fog, one of the best home court advantages in all of college basketball. You don't have to tell Bill Self that. He's only lost 22 games in 23 seasons as the head coach. That's the task at hand for Iowa State, who hasn't won a game in Lawrence, Kansas since 2017. T.J. Otzelberger in his 5th year has beaten just about everybody home and away. He has not won a game here in this building, Joe Kleine, and that makes this one of the best matchups on the board tonight, maybe this week, maybe this season in college basketball.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Mike. I mean, this is a team that's loaded when we talk about Iowa State. They've got confidence, as we talked about in the pregame. They've got experience. They've got depth. They've got three-point shooting. They've got defense. But beware of the fog, my friend. Pay heed, because you are in Allen Fieldhouse, and that can be the great equalizer.
You and I were roaming the town last night for dinner, which was not easy to find certain places open because technically the students are out. Well, they came back for this game. I'll tell you what, they are everywhere. The student section, which is behind the basket to our right, it is chock full, no pun intended, of students. And then every other nook and cranny of this building is absolutely full of fans. Again, over 15,000 that are sitting here that are wearing the crimson and blue. And as you can hear, Iowa State's starting lineup is about to be announced. And let's go over that, shall we? Tamin Lipsey, the talented senior point guard, number 3. Number 3 on the Cardinal and gold jersey. Kylian Touré, I beg your pardon. He is a 6'3" freshman guard from France that they are extremely high on. Joshua Jefferson having his best year in 4 years as a college basketball player, 2 of them as a Cyclone. He's the senior, number 5. And then the best three-point shooter in college basketball, and that is not hyperbole, because when you shoot 55%, you can certainly lay claim to that. Number 22, the junior out of Wisconsin, Milan Momcilovic. Momcilovic shooting 55% from downtown and averaging 17.6 points per game. And then number 23, the junior forward, Blake Buchanan. As the Kansas Jayhawk players are being announced, they are led, of course, by the talented freshman Darren Peterson, number 22. Trey White is having equally as good a year. Trey White, number 3, a senior on his 4th school in 4 years, but he's making his best season count in a Kansas Jayhawk uniform. Melvin Council is a senior, number 14, part of that 3-guard lineup as well. And they have size down low. Bryson Tiller is only a freshman. For Bryson Tiller, out of Atlanta, Georgia, is 6'11", and really provides some rim protection. And so too does one of the best shot blockers in the Big 12, Fleury Badunga. Fleury Badunga is one of the best shot blockers so far in the Big 12 Conference, and also a great rebounder as well. So Kansas has size. They have more size than Iowa State, but Iowa State so far, Joe, is a much better shooting team. And you and I were discussing the importance of pace in this game for both squads.
Yeah, it's extremely important because, as we touched on a bunch of times in the pregame, Iowa State hangs its hat on its defense and their ability to smother you, trap you, and force turnovers and really put you into bad positions to take bad shots. If Kansas can avoid that and get some stops, which they have struggled to do in conference play, but if they can turn their defense up a little bit and get this more into an open floor game, up and down, let Peterson operate at 94 feet, they've got a great chance to come out of here with a win.
What impresses you most about Darren Peterson? When he is on the floor, he's been sensational. You, of course, played several years in the NBA, an All-American in college. You've seen some great guards in your time. What do you like most about his game?
Well, what he does is very difficult, but when you watch him play, it's smooth. It looks effortless, but his burst and his speed off the dribble, the changing of speeds, the pull-up, the way to get up off the floor quickly and shoot the ball when the defender's not ready, is at a next level.
Darren Peterson, number 22, starting for Kansas. Again, the talk around town has been these cramps. He's managed to sit out some crucial parts of some crucial games, and one of those, of course, was the loss against West Virginia just a few days ago. Down the stretch in the second half, they did not have his services. They did have his services against TCU in a game they looked like they were completely dead and buried, and somehow force it into overtime and won. Again, that's the magic of the fog. A lot of strange things happen here for opponents, even if they play extremely well. We are right in the middle of the crowd, and I can tell you, folks, if there's going to be a louder venue than this one that we see this year on Elite Media Network, I don't know where it's going to be. I mean, it's absolutely electric, and we haven't even had the opening tip yet. It's just a phenomenal place for a basketball game. Joe, you and I were talking that I haven't been here to call a game in 20 years, and I know it's been a while for you as well.
Yeah, I was here in '97. Now, we didn't have this kind of atmosphere. It was a professional basketball game with the Bulls, and everybody was here to watch Michael Jordan, but they weren't hopping around and getting after it like they are tonight.
Kansas Jayhawks in white win the opening tip. They're going left to right. It's going to be Peterson in the backcourt, number 22 in the white jersey, bringing it off. They go up top and work it to Trey White. Trey White dumps it down low. High post, and shot is a turnaround jumper by Bryson Tiller, the 6'11 freshman out of Atlanta. 2-0 Jayhawks. And now our first look at Iowa State on offense. Again, Lipsy, number 3, is the guy that makes it all go. They work it to the right side of the floor. Now right of the lane. Banging inside, looking for a little alley, and the shot is missed by Blake Buchanan. He carved up space in the lane but couldn't finish.
Yeah, good job by Tiller getting his body up and getting his hands up.
Jayhawks with a basketball. Again, their goal is to our right. This is Council drifting over to the left side behind the arc, hounded closely by Lipsy, one of the best on-ball defenders in the conference. Up top, it's Tiller. Tiller wheeling, dealing, uses the left hand off the window and in, and Kansas has a 4-0 lead.
Bill Self before the West Virginia game said he needed more post play. He's getting it early.
2 paint touches and 4 paint points early on for Kansas. A minute into the action, leading it 4-0. Cyclones to our left with the basketball. They give it over to the premier three-point shooter. That's Momcilovic. Back out right wing into the hands of Lipsy. Lipsy probes the right baseline, kicks it back out, right wing, 3-ball on the way. Too strong, off the mark for Jefferson and out of bounds. It will remain Cyclones basketball with 20 on the shot clock.
Something to keep your eye on again, Mike, is the switching. Can Iowa State, when the little gets on the big man, a guard is guarding Milosevic. Milan, can they get it inside and take advantage of the height?
We will accept Milan the rest of the way.
Sounded like Johnny Moe saying.
Meanwhile, a turnover on Iowa State. The first turnover of the game, and they're showing some full court pressure here as Kansas inbounds it from the baseline. It's Council. Going to walk it up the floor, guarded by Lipsy. Council right on top of the big Jayhawk logo at midcourt. Scissor dribble straight away. Now whips it down low, and an easy slam from Badunga on a beautiful feed from Council. 6-0 KU.
3 baskets, 3 paint touches.
They wanted points in the paint. They got them, and this capacity crowd is already on its feet. Drive and kick into the hands of Jefferson. Jefferson into the paint. Jefferson over the left shoulder, off the window and in. Joshua Jefferson, their leading scorer at 17.7 a game, makes it 6-2 Kansas. Joshua Jefferson, who had a triple-double earlier in this season for Iowa State, incredibly gifted. Ball works into the left corner, 3-ball, an open look for Tiller, but misfires. Tiller shooting 29% from downtown on the year. Back to Iowa State. Up top is Jefferson. Into the lane, left side. Lost it out of bounds, and it'll be Kansas basketball. The second turnover on the Cyclones.
Well, early on, the defense has showed up for Kansas. It's been a big concern, as we talked about in conference play. It's going to be a key for tonight's game.
Bill Self really tested his team this week following that tough loss on the road to West Virginia. So far, so good on the results. Kansas working it around the perimeter. Here's Trey White dribbling up top. Weave action. Now it's Cancel drifting left. Alley-oop pass and a slam dunk for Badunga. 8 points, all in the paint for Kansas. 8-2 Jayhawks.
And the weak side defense isn't there. The lob and the dunk.
Drive by Iowa State in the lane, and drawing the foul is Lipsy, and that'll quiet the crowd down temporarily. Taman Lipsy, the steady 6'1" senior guard, hometown product out of Ames, Iowa, will go to the free throw line.
boy, Mike, a team that prides itself, Iowa State, in that they guard the paint, they load up to the ball, they don't let you beat them off the dribble again early on, and it is early, but Kansas is really exploiting that paint, getting it anywhere they want in the lane.
Lipsey, a 75% free throw shooter, misfires on the first. Substitution for the Cyclones. Trying to make out who just came in. That looks like, 21. That's the German play-to, a 6'11" freshman who they really think is going to be a great asset in time, already logging quality minutes for Iowa State. Second free throw is up and in. 16:40 to go first half. Kansas leading at 8-3.
Buchanan having trouble with that pick and roll 2 times tonight. Once Tiller, once the Bianchi gets lobs and gets dunks from him not being able to cover.
Ball worked to the right corner to Jackson. Right wing 3 off the mark and skying for the rebound for Iowa State. That is Torre, a talented freshman out of France. He dribbles it, goes left wing, pulls up for a 3 ball, no good. Not really a great shot. I think that's what Iowa State wants. Meanwhile, Kansas pushing it. Council whips it over left wing. Wide open 3 off the mark. That time a miss for the Peterson, the talented freshman, with his first shot of the game. Still an 8-3 lead for the Jayhawks. Driving Toure and walked. Killian Torre dragged that right pivot foot. And another turnover on Iowa State. That is 3 already for the team that is number 1 in the conference in assist-to-turnover ratio.
I think that walk was caused a little bit by Badunga being there, the shot blocker. He's averaging 3 shot blocks a game, a conference game. Real presence defensively for the Jayhawks.
Council, right wing Peterson over to the left side. Left wing extended. Now right wing extended. They work it over to the corner. Peterson, 18-foot baseline jumper. Missed it short. And tracking down the rebound is Nate Heise, a senior out of Lake City, Minnesota. Lipsey off the right elbow and then tried to throw it into the corner to Momcilovic and turned it over. That is 4 turnovers. And listen to this Kansas crowd at the 15:33 mark. Jayhawks leading the Cyclones 8-3. We'll take a quick timeout. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Alongside Joe Kleine, our Our studio host, Brian Dancel. I am Mike Morgan, back with you here at Allen Fieldhouse on a Tuesday night special between the number 2 team in the land, undefeated Iowa State at 16-0, and the mighty Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas leading it 8-3, 15:33 to go. Joe, I don't know if many people saw the start for Kansas. That's a little bit surprising, but how about all 8 points coming in the paint?
Yeah, I mean, they really wanted to attack the paint. They wanted to attack off the dribble because of the traps and the things that Iowa State does to really force turnovers. They've done a great job of being decisive with the trap. The ball's coming out of the trap quick. They're finding rollers, they're finding drivers, and they're getting the ball into the paint and really getting some easy looks.
Meanwhile, what do you want to see out of Iowa State to adjust?
Well, they gotta calm down. I mean, they have 4 turnovers. They're not getting shots. They're getting a little panicked, a little hastened, a little quicker than they want to play. Come downside. I really like Jefferson. When he's got the ball, he's a guy that can hurt you physically off the dribble. He can hurt you in the paint with the post up. He can shoot. I'd like to see Lipsy and him get a little more slower, a little more under control, and exploit the Kansas defense.
Jefferson has the only field goal for Iowa State. Kansas brings up the ball again, going to our right. Ball tossed into the hands of Trey White, right wing. A little shake and bake. Now crossover, right elbow, up and under move, and can't get the bounce. Tapped around and finally reeled in by the Cyclones and the smallest man on the floor, Tamin Lipsy. Lipsy into front court between the rings. Over on the right side now. Bounce pass to the baseline. Jefferson backing in toward the lane. Jefferson sets it up, back up top. 3 ball straight away. Off the mark by Lipsy and chased down by the Jayhawks, Melvin Council. Iowa State ice cold, 1 for 5 from the field, and then Peterson tries the highlight dunk from the baseline. He missed it. Kansas gets it back. Off balance shot and a foul drawn by Elmarco Jackson, the 6'3" redshirt sophomore.
Even in the half court, Mike, I like the pace. They're decisive with the ball when they get it. And again, what Iowa State wants to do is they want you to try to stand there and read and then smother you with traps. Kansas is going quick and moving the ball and attacking before they can be effective with their traps and their physicality defensively.
Jackson, a 71% free throw shooter, hits the back iron on the first. Elmarco Jackson had a season-high 17 points back in late November against the Tennessee Volunteers. He started 17 games as a freshman. Jackson eyes, tries, and buys the second. And Kansas now with a 9-3 lead with 14:40 to go in the first half.
Little trap, little pressure, trying to speed him up.
Lipsy, another turnover. Gosh, this does not look like Iowa State. Iowa State now with a handful of turnovers in 5.5 minutes of action. Jayhawks with the basketball in front court. Feeding the post down low. It comes to Badunga. Badunga back out right wing into the hands of Jackson. Jackson driving left side, layup up and in. No, it popped out. Halfway down and out. And a rebound to Iowa State. Here comes Jefferson, and Jefferson just dribbles it off his leg out of bounds. 6 turnovers on Iowa State, trailing at 9-3.
Mike, I'm not saying Iowa State wants to walk the ball up the floor and run the shot clock down to 5 seconds. But this pace right now, as you can see with 6 turnovers, it's not favoring them at all.
No, this is the most sure-handed team in the league. Backdoor cut, up and in, leaving it off for the post, and that's 15. Bryson Tiller, the 6'11" freshman. Another bucket for him, and the lead swells to 8 now for KU.
Coach's staff talked about attacking. That's what KU is doing.
Lipsy, left wing, Jefferson on a 3. Got it. Joshua Jefferson, the leading scorer at 17.7 a game. He shoots 36% from downtown. Kansas with the basketball, leading 11-6. Up top it comes to Tiller. Tiller hands it off to a guard. And now back up top to number 14, that's Council. Baseline drive, kick out pass, 3 on the way from McDowell. Too strong, great box out by Iowa State, but they're going to say too good of a box out. I think they got Yep, that's Bateman. Yeah, I knew he was a guard. I could tell how small he was. We're up here a little bit, so at times they look more like ants than they do actual players. But that is going to be Jamarian Bateman, the 6'3 freshman guard out of Milwaukee. Inbound, baseline right. Comes up top to Tiller. Tiller over to the right wing, McDowell. Iowa State, tough man-to-man defense. Screen, crossover dribble, now killing the dribble is Council, and there's the three.
Look out. He had 36 versus North Carolina State. That dude can get cooking.
14-6 KU with 12:51 to go. 3-ball left wing, Cyclones with the answer. Heisey on a silencing three. Second year for Iowa State after 4 at Northern Iowa. And it makes it 14-9 now. 5-point lead for the Jayhawks. Dribbling up top, playing catch, McDowell on the perimeter. Now it goes inside. And then quick hands by Iowa State leading to a steal. Buchanan gets credit for the steal. Lipsey over to the right wing into the hands of Bateman. They work it around the horn, left wing. A floater thrown up there from the left elbow by Lipsey. Misses everything. Kansas with the basketball. 12:04 to go. Great defense, quick hands, and somehow Kansas gets it back in the front court. Jump pass into the right corner. 3-ball. Got it!
Great hustle play by Jackson to keep the ball alive. KU gets it up the floor, knocks down the open three.
Trey White hits the triple. 17-9, another three from Iowa State. No good from Heisey. Here comes Kansas. Looking to run. Now settling up in the front court, it's White. Into the hands of Jackson. Back up top. Council. Left corner three. Got it! 3-ball for Trey White. And it's 20-9. Third three-pointer for the Jayhawks and a timeout on the floor. Iowa State says we need a break. 11:17 to go. Jayhawks leading the Cyclones 20-9. More coming up from Allen Fieldhouse. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
At NBA champion Joe Kleine, 20-9. Kansas has simply blitzed Iowa State with 11:17 to go in the first half. The Cyclones head coach T.J. Otzelberger calling timeout, even in a break zone for immediate timeout. He'd seen enough because, Joe, when you look at this, Iowa State comes into this game averaging just 10 turnovers a night. They've already got 6. Problem.
Yeah, they're not running their offense, and they're getting a little sped up, which is what Kansas wanted to do. You've seen some early quick threes. They're not exploiting the switching that Kansas does. They're not coming down, getting the ball side to side, and then seeing, hey, who's on me low?
Momcilovic, you got that.
Or who's on Jefferson?
Nothing to it.
And when the guard gets on the big, exploit the advantage that they have.
Well, Momcilovic has been fired. He'll pull the trigger here, and a silencing 3 right at the top of the key. 55% on the year from downtown. That leads the country. 20-12 now. Under 11 minutes to go.
He can shoot it.
Flat out stroke it. Just a pretty effortless shot. And then a bump foul on the perimeter. That'll go against Toure.
I tell you what, when you're excited and you're in an environment like this for the first time, and you got to say Momcilovic.
You got it right there.
It's hell.
We call this broadcasting boot camp. Tough angle, tough names, no problem. 20-12, Kansas on top, and another foul on the perimeter. No basket, foul on the floor. That'll be on Momcilovic. And that is the 4th team foul on Iowa State with 10:42 to go, and Kansas leading at 20-12. Again, Kansas coming in 1-2 with the Big 12. When that happens, people start talking. What's wrong with KU? What's going on? This would be a heck of a response if they can keep this pace up against the number 2 team in America, undefeated Iowa State. Scissor dribble by McDowell. Right perimeter. Now they work it around into the left corner. Passing up the 3, driving is Jackson, and he gets the foul. Took it right at the rim. Elmarko Jackson attacked it, and he'll go to the line for a pair.
And Iowa State traps it, but the ball comes out of the trap quickly. They get it to the mid-post area, which swings to the offside. The guys run into a closeout. Jackson able to drive and get to the basket. That's how you beat the pressure of Iowa State.
Second trip to the line for Jackson, who's 1 for 2, and now gets a very friendly bounce and conversion. Great minutes now off the bench for Elmarko Jackson. Jackson out of Marlton, New Jersey, number 13 in white. Connects on the second. 3 points now for Jackson, and the Kansas lead is its largest, 22-12, with 10:25 to play. Cyclones in red, going to our left. It's Lipsy on the KU logo. Now drifting left beyond the arc. Gets a ball screen, probes the left side, goes into the corner, gets it back on the return. Up top it comes. Jefferson thought about it. Now Jefferson on the deck. Strong drive and gets bumped and fouled on the way there. Great take by Joshua Jefferson. When we asked the coaching staff about Joshua Jefferson, they said, you know what, he's the smartest player we have, the hardest worker. He has not missed a practice all year, and he's leading the team in minutes per game. He plays 32 minutes a game.
He's a warrior, and again, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
And he gets it down low and is immediately hammered by 2 flying Jayhawks who tried to block it. So Joshua Jefferson to the line.
I think Iowa State's done a great job. Their coaching staff is that out of that timeout, they said, okay, we're going to go to our best player. We're going to go to the guy who gives KU the biggest matchup problems because he can take it off the dribble. He can post up. He can shoot. He can do all these things against bigs and smalls. The last 2 times they're playing through him, they've had great success.
Number 5 in red toes the line. 74%, splashes the first one to make it 22-13 now with 10:04 to go. Jefferson started his career at St. Mary's, played 2 years there, transferred to Ames, Iowa, now in his second campaign, having the best year he's ever had. 2 for 2 for Jefferson, who leads the team in scoring now 7 points for Jefferson, 22-14 with 10 minutes to go. Kansas on top with the basketball, going to our right, and it's Peterson back in the game. He wings it left side. It goes back up top between the circles to Jackson. Jackson whips it over left side. Here's Peterson on a little floater from 14 feet and in. Darren Peterson, every shot is in his bag.
Just sees it, reads it, gets in the lane, little floater.
First bucket for Peterson. Now Lipsy, left side, back up top. Momcilovic. Inside it goes. Back up top, Jefferson finds the cutter, slashing to the right side and drawing the foul. Dominic Nelson. Crowd doesn't like it, but there was contact on Nelson, the 6'5 senior out of Miami, Florida.
I love Jefferson with the ball, because what does he do? He draws a crowd and then he kicks it out, and now Kansas playing to a closeout. Kansas is running to the shooter, beats him off the dribble, gets to the lane, and gets fouled.
Jefferson really is like a coach on the floor. He averages 17, 8, and 5 assists per game as the first free throw too strong out of the right hand of Dominic Nelson. Nelson on the year just 60%. Iowa State not a good free throw shooting team. One of the few things they don't do well, 69%. This would make it a 9-point game. Nope, missed them both. Offensive rebound, no. Follow up, no. Second attempt, no. And out of bounds to Iowa State. You had Blake Buchanan battling in there, and he had one at close range, but missed it.
Buchanan, half of his rebounds, he's got like 110 rebounds for the year. Half of them are offensive. He really crashes the glass.
Former Virginia Cavalier. Ball comes up top. Probing the right side, Lipsy. Lipsy, mid-range jumper, missed it short. He's off here in the early going. Saved by Buchanan, but into the hands of Darren Peterson. Here comes Peterson racing into front court. Peterson shake and bake up top. Peterson now into the lane. Peterson left side, layup up and in. That was all Darren Peterson.
What patience, Mike, in the full court to slow down and then back him down and get an easy one.
4 points for Peterson. Kansas up by 12, 26-14. Left to the lane is Jefferson. Jefferson draws a double, now backing in, draws a double again. Jefferson goes back out left wing. Lipsy on a 3-ball, too strong. Taman Lipsy just can't buy one. He's now 0 for 4. Here comes KU up top and into the left corner into the hands of Council. Council circles back to the top of the key. Whips it over weak side on the left. Now back to the top. Jab step over, left wing 3-ball on the way. Off the mark by Peterson. Jefferson boards it for Iowa State. He races up the left side, takes it all the way, and then has it blocked. Blocked by KU. Crowd wanted to travel, doesn't matter. Kansas has the basketball. Left corner 3-ball is good. Trey White from downtown, and Kansas opening up a can. Now a 15-point lead, 29-14.
Trey White is shooting the tray.
Yes, he is. And Kansas is on a 7-0 run. White with 9 points to lead all scorers. Lipsy drifting right side, goes up top. Jefferson 3-ball, no good. Rebound Kansas into the hands of the Jayhawks right in the lane. That's Council on the board. Council brings it in the front court. Backdoor cut, ball comes inside. Little lefty hook shot is good from Bidunga. And Kansas has it rolling. Timeout on the floor by Iowa State with 7:20 to go. Jayhawks 31 and the Cyclones 14. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Well, the day started with 5 teams in college basketball undefeated. Iowa State, one of them, 16-0, 3-0 in the Big 12. Ranked number 2 in the country, but right now getting all they can handle out of Kansas. Kind of a caged animal syndrome game for KU. They now lead at 31-14, 7:20 to go. A 9-0 run for the Jayhawks. Iowa State hasn't scored a point in the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds. They're shooting just 25 from the field, and most surprisingly, 7 turnovers.
Yeah, they just look really out of sorts offensively. They've not been able to get any of their players really going. The best thing they've had going is Jefferson kind of in an ISO situation to create a double team. And they've got some good looks out of it, but they haven't been able to knock any of them down. The ball movement hasn't been good side to side. They're getting stuck on one side of the floor. Kansas is exploiting that. Their defense is leading to offense. They're making this an open floor game, and thus they're up 17.
Life on the road in the Big 12 Conference, it's brutal. And right now Iowa State is feeling that. They've got the basketball going right to left. Lipsey walks it up the floor, over to the right side, now up top. That is 21, that's play 2 in the game. They do a little weave action up top. It goes left side, Jefferson backing in. Jefferson, pump fake, shot up, missed it. Off the front iron, and grabbing the rebound is Council. Council back the other way across the timeline, and Kansas sets it up. Looks like a 1-4 set with Council dribbling on the logo. Comes left wing. Here's Trey White, whips it over into the left corner. Jackson passed up the open 3. Now driving, banging, and missing the shot is Kansas, on the rebound of Jefferson.
Let them play.
Nelson probing the left side, takes it all the way. Reverse layup is good. Beautiful drive by Dominic Nelson. Makes it 31-16 with 6:20 to go.
Got to stop the ball in transition.
KU sets it up in the front court. Peterson, right side, into the right corner now. 3 ball from White. Got it! Trey White with 12 points for Kansas, and it's 34-16.
You better find him. He's on a heater.
42% from downtown this year for Trey White, the 6'7 senior. What a dynamic duo with him and Peterson. Iowa State trying to respond. Backing in, fading, firing, and rimming off that time. Momcilovic couldn't hit. Momcilovic gets it back, right wing 3. Doesn't miss many of those, but he left it short, and the rebound to Kansas. Momcilovic had an open look at the basket from behind the arc. Council down low. Right corner, I beg your pardon. Pump fake, now shot up the 3. Air ball, weak side rebound for Kansas. Shot blocked. A block, Trey White tried to get it, and then Iowa State just turned it over.
They're trying to run, and he just threw it to the open floor, and nobody was there.
Nobody was there. This is so uncharacteristic of the Cyclones. Kansas up 34-16 with the basketball. 5:03 to go. Drive. Peterson. Dipsy-do. Finger rolls it in. And the lead is 20 for Kansas. 36-16.
Extremely difficult shot, but how good and how smooth did he make that look?
Beautiful.
Made it look easy.
That's why some people have him as the number 1 pick in the draft. Response perhaps the other way. No. Block shot. No. Tapped around. And finally, loose ball. Scrum. And out of bounds off of Kansas. It'll be Iowa State basketball with 20 on the shot clock and 4:39 to go.
Bethune doing a great job rolling to the rim, being active on the offensive end, but doing what he always does on the defensive end, blocking shot or changing shots.
Kansas leads the Big 12 Conference over 6 blocks a game. They have massive size down low when Coach Bill Self wants to go big. Iowa State sets it up in the half court. Lipsy now baseline drive, whip back up top. Jefferson moves it over. Momcilovic up and under move, had it stripped and stolen away by Kansas and McDowell. Here come the Jayhawks going to our right. Stop and go dribble and then quick hand steal by Jefferson. Jefferson driving left side. Now he bobbled it, got it back. Pump fake, Momcilovic, right wing, goes into the right corner. Into the hands of Nelson. Nelson puts it on the deck. Goes high post and Jefferson just lost it. Might have had it poked away from behind into the hands of Kansas. Jayhawks have it in front court. And the ball is stopped up top. McDowell looking for some help and he'll get it. Into the hands. Oh, that is McDowell. Probing the left side. Whips it in the corner. 3 ball off the mark. Oh, a friendly bounce for Jackson. It hit the rim twice and then dropped. And now it is 39-16. A 17-2 run for the Jayhawks.
When it's your night, it's your night.
Momcilovic down low to Jefferson. Jefferson carving up space and he's fouled on the floor. Joe, they might have to just go to Jefferson the rest of the way. Nobody else is getting it done for Iowa State. Timeout on the floor. 3:26 to go first half. It's the Jayhawks 39 and the second-rate Cyclones 16. More coming up from Allen Fieldhouse. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that are ongoing in the top 25 in the SEC. Now in double overtime, Texas A&M has taken the number 24 team in the country, Tennessee, to double overtime. Tennessee has the lead there, 83-80. UConn, number 3 in the country, 60-52 over Seton Hall with 6 minutes left in the game. Over at halftime in the Big 12 as well. Number 7 Houston looking to go to 4-0 with a win over West Virginia. They currently lead at halftime 33-18. In the Big 10, number 8 Nebraska with a 42-30 lead over Oregon right before the end of the half. Again, Nebraska, one of those undefeated teams that Mike has been talking about all evening long. Back to Mike and Joe.
Fred Hoiberg knows a thing or two about Iowa State. Of course, he had some great success as the head coach of the Cyclones. He was tied for the most postseason wins by any coach in Iowa State history. That was before T.J. Otzelberger won 5. He's the all-time leader in that category. Iowa State with the basketball. Going to our left, Jefferson. He's the only guy that's really produced so far. Whips it over right side. Driving, now free throw line, back up top, sets up a wide open 3. Off the mark, they continue to be chilly, but a weak side rebound, and now a 3-ball missed by Momcilovic. Again, an open look that he ordinarily buries.
Yeah, he's out of rhythm. He's sped up a little bit. You can see it as he's playing here tonight.
Kansas still in the middle of a 17-2 run and leading at 39-16, under 3 minutes to play. Peterson, right wing, 3-ball, left it short, and a great box out by number 0. That's Nate Heise. He gives him great minutes off the bench. Quickly down the floor. Shot is blocked. Lipsy tried to force it in the tall timber, but they've got some really good rim protectors, including Bidunga. Kansas 6.1 blocks per game. Bidunga a big part of that. Drive by Peterson into the right corner. Whips it up top. Here's a 3 on the way. Got it! Another 3 for Melvin Council. And Kansas extends the lead to 42-16.
Textbook ball movement. Quick, decisive, no hesitation.
A 20-2 run. Unreal. Baseline drive, inside, extra pass, left side Jefferson, missed it. Offensive rebound, turnaround, yes. And that is Torrey, the freshman. And that will finally put a stop to the bleeding. 42-18 with 1:45 to go. Council drives the right side, finger roll, straight line drive for Melvin Council, the senior, now with 8.
Iowa State, a team that keeps the ball out of the paint, can't keep the ball from going into the paint tonight.
Lipsy probes the left side, pump fake, now shot up, missed everything, and then Jefferson was fouled on a weak side rebound on the floor. So no free throws, that's only 16 fouls on Kansas.
Watch Iowa State on defense, Mike. It looks like they can't catch up. They're chasing the ball all over the floor. Then on offense, they can't. You want to be like your mom looking at you, your teacher looking at you, go, will you just calm down a little bit? Just calm down and play. They just look like they're in a panic offensively, and then defensively, they're chasing the ball and can't catch up with it.
You're making me relive my entire childhood. I was told that a lot, and not just on the basketball floor. Timeout on the floor. Kansas has 3 timeouts left. Iowa State has 2. 1:22 to go. Kansas leading this one 44-18. It is the largest deficit that Iowa State has had by far. Iowa State has never been on the wrong side of these type of runs that we've seen, including a 13-2 run over the last 4:48 for Kansas. Iowa State has had one man, Joshua Jefferson, play well in this game. Kansas has had several, including Trey White with 12 points, and Melvin Council, the senior, has 8.
Well, and again, Mike, Iowa State doesn't want to walk the ball up the floor, but you can see who's comfortable at the pace this game is being played. KU is very comfortable at this kind of frenetic pace. Iowa State is not.
Iowa State will inbound it, baseline right. Momcilovic will trigger it in and get it back. Right wing 3-ball. Nope, left it short. Boy, I thought that was right on line. He gets it back right wing. Another 3. That time he makes it. He's not going to miss 2 wide open 3s, as that was the case for the nation's leading three-point shooter at 55%, and that makes it 44-21 with 1:02 to go. Up top on the drive, Peterson probing left side into the left corner. Rocker step. Fake shot by Jackson. He whips it over outside right into the hands of Council. Council now between the rings straight away. Working. Dribbling left, layup up and no good, and Iowa State clears it. Bateman into front court. Bateman in the lane, and wisely does not challenge Kansas down low. Instead, Jefferson driving right side in the tall timber again and has it knocked out of bounds right by the rim. Jefferson got there but could not finish. 31 seconds to go. Kansas will inbound it, Iowa State will inbound it, trailing 44-21. Torre up top, Lipsy driving right side, make that Jefferson driving right side, missed it, got it back though, and Jefferson banks it home on the second effort, and the shot clock is off with 20 seconds remaining. It's 44-23. Here comes Kansas, 15 seconds. Across the timeline is Council. Council dribbling on the logo, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Council still hounded up top. Now driving into the lane, Council all the way, blocked. Blocked follow is no good. One of the few things that didn't drop for Trey White, and that'll be our halftime score, 44-23. A 21-point lead for the Kansas Jayhawks here at the Phog. That is the end of the first half. Again, 44-23 our score. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. From Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of the scores that are going on around the country while we are here at halftime. Kansas leads Iowa State 44-23. As you can hear the action that's been going on, obviously Mike and Joe have been doing a great job keeping you kind of in tune as to how surprising this game has gone. But let's, like I said, take a look around the country. In double overtime in the SEC, number 24 Tennessee leads Texas A&M by 2 points, 84-82. 12 seconds left in that game. In the Big East, number 3 UConn looking to move to 7-0 in Big East Conference play. 62-58 over Seton Hall. A little over 2.5 minutes remaining in that game. Number 7, Houston in at home tonight, taking on West Virginia. The West Virginia Mountaineers, who got a huge win over Kansas at home in Morgantown over the weekend. Number 7 Houston making sure that that's not going to happen tonight. They have a 13-point lead over West Virginia, 38-25. At halftime in Lincoln, Nebraska, the 8th-ranked Cornhuskers have a 12-point lead over Oregon, 42-30. Just gone to the half. Number 18, Alabama, with a 36-34 lead over Mississippi State. Also at the half, number 19, Florida, with a 46-24 lead over Oklahoma. Games that were concluded earlier this evening. Number 12, Michigan State, got a huge win over Indiana by 21 by the score of 81-60. Michigan State moves to 5-1 in Big Ten Conference play. Over in the ACC, number 16, Virginia, goes on the road to Louisville, scores a huge 9-point victory, 79-70 over the 20th-ranked Louisville Cardinals. Staying in the ACC, number 22, Clemson, they moved to 5-0 in conference play with a 74-50 win over Boston College. That's a look around the country. Coming up, we'll run down the first half stats. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse here on the campus of the University of Kansas. This is the Elite Media Network halftime show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. A couple of notable things that have happened here in the first half with Iowa State. Obviously, Iowa State came into this game 16-0, their best start in program history. They averaged 10.4 turnovers per game. They've already reached that margin. They had 10 turnovers. Joshua Jefferson has 5 of them. He also has the most points of any Cyclone on the floor with 9. Let's take a look at a couple of the team stats. Iowa State is ice cold, shooting 24% from the field. That's 8 of 33. From 3, no better, 29%, 4 for 14. Even at the free throw stripe, they're struggling at 50%. I brought up those 10 turnovers that they do have. Now, that being said, they do have 25 rebounds in this game, 14 of them coming on the offensive side of the glass. Kansas, how they have a 19-point lead at this stage. A 21-point lead at this stage. They shot 50% from the field, 17 of 34, as good from the three-point stripe, 7 of 14, good for 50% as well. They've made 3 of their 4 free throws, only turned the ball over twice. Now, off of those 10 Iowa State turnovers, Kansas has scored 13 points off of those turnovers. We talked about leaders. Joshua Jefferson leading Iowa State with 9 points. Trey White, on the other hand, for the Jayhawks, he leads them with 12. The largest lead of the first half for Kansas reached 26 points by a margin of 44 to 18. There's been nothing about this first half that's been kind of a status quo, right? We talked about it right in the pregame show. One of the most impressive stats to Iowa State's start at 16-0 is in 8 of those games they've been played against Power 5 conference teams. Iowa State is outscoring opponents coming out of halftime 102 to 53 from the time that they take the floor in the second half to the first television timeout, which usually occurs around the 16-minute mark. So, that being said, definitely something to pay attention to here as we start the second half. Up next, we go back to the court with Mike Morgan and Joe Kleine. The second half of Kansas and Iowa State is about to get underway. This is NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on. It's time to start the second half between Iowa State and Kansas. From Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, here's Mike Morgan and Joe Kleine.
nestled in the middle of 15,000 fans, most of them pulling for their beloved Kansas Jayhawks. A little bit of Hilton magic made the trip from Iowa, and so far they have not liked what they have seen. Iowa State is getting thumped by Kansas 44-23. Mike Morgan, Joe Kleine. Joe, I was looking over some of the numbers, and it goes to show you can do all the studying and prep in the world and think a game is going to go a certain way, and you know nothing, because Iowa State was the most sure-handed, turnover-free team in the Big 12. Kansas's knock was they weren't forcing any turnovers, just 10 per game. Well, they forced 10 in the first half, made Iowa State look uncomfortable from the opening tip on, and here we are.
They got the pace the way they want it. They are comfortable in this pace. It's a 94-foot game. They are going up and down, flying around, and they've sucked Iowa State right into what they want them to do. Iowa State, again, I've repeated this several times, and I don't want to make it sound like they want to pass the ball 15 times and take the shot clock down to 5 seconds. But they do not want to play at the pace that the first half was played with. And when you don't play at the pace you're comfortable with, you make mistakes, you make turnovers, you don't make shots, and you're down 21.
The fact that Joshua Jefferson had a good half is not surprising. 9 points, 6 rebounds. That's what he does. But I don't know if Tamin Lipsey has ever had a worse half of basketball in his life. The senior all-conference guard for Iowa State played 17 minutes. He missed all 7 shots. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover. He had 1 point in the first half. And talk about not getting comfortable. They kind of go where he goes in terms of leading the offense, and he could just never get anything going.
Yeah, he's the quarterback. He's the quarterback on offense, and he's the quarterback on defense. He sets the tone with his ball pressure and his ability to keep people in front of him. Neither of those have happened in the first half. I look for him to have a good second half. He's had some first halves this year where he's been in foul trouble and hasn't done much and really knocked it out of the park in the second half. I'll be surprised if he doesn't come out and play good and compete.
Iowa State is certainly good enough to make a game out of this. We'll see if they do. They've got it first, second half going to our right. Probing the right side, alley-oop pass, and a slam dunk by Blake Buchanan on a beautiful feed. And just like that, Iowa State makes it 44-25.
He gets going downhill, reads it perfectly, makes a great pass.
KU with the basketball, straightaway 3 ball, off the mark, but on a weak side rebound, reverse layup is no good, tapped out of bounds, and it will belong to Iowa State. So the Cyclones off to a good start. Again, Iowa State coming in 16-0. There hasn't been many games where really they've been challenged. They have dominated their competition for the most part this season. We'll see how they do now with their backs against the wall. Lipsey walks it in the front court, driving left side, layup up and in.
Conscious effort by Iowa State to get Lipsey going downhill. Been very effective the first 2 possessions.
A 4-0 run to start the second half for the Cyclones. 44-27, Kansas with the lead and the basketball. Council dribbling up top, weeds it over to number 15 in white, that's Tiller. And a foul called on Iowa State. That is going to go against Joshua Jefferson. Second foul on the senior out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Again, Kansas do what they did to start the game, where they went through the post, and that's what got this thing going and this place rocking. See if they can do this starting the second half.
Inbound sideline right for KU. Into the hands of Peterson, number 22 in white. Makes a defender fall. Now takes it in the lane, weaving right to left. Kickoff pass to the left wing. 3 ball, but no. There was a whistle before the shot, and I'm not sure what the whistle was all about.
The guy went down for Iowa State on the right side of the floor with Peterson penetrated, and he drove in and kicked it, and White had a wide open 3, and the official stopped because he was injured, and he stopped the play. Can't do that. You got to let it play out.
I would think so. Torrey was the player that slipped and fell. He's not hurt at all. He's just jogged off the court and onto the Iowa State bench.
They made him leave. He got up and was going to play, and they said, I stopped the game for you. You got to get off the floor.
That's right. Because the officials stopped play for him, he has to leave, but really an unnecessary whistle takes away a 3 from Kansas. Jayhawks basketball up top, 7 on the shot clock. Peterson left wing. Peterson, couple of dribbles, pulls up a 3, got it! right between the eyes of Jefferson. He has such a pretty stroke, does Peterson, who now has 9.
That's a pro.
Yep.
We'll shake and bake, rise up, pop it.
The lead is back to 20, 47-27. The fans are back on their feet here at Allen Fieldhouse. Cyclones, right drive by that man again, Taman Lipsy. You mentioned, Joe, he's going downhill.
We're going a little bully ball with the little guy.
Yeah. It's worked to perfection so far. 47-29 now with 18:07 to play. Peterson left wing 3. Too strong. A good look, but just a little bit off the mark, and a rebound by Iowa State. Sets up a 3 on the other end, right wing, off the mark. A good look for Lipsy, but he just couldn't connect. Peterson brings it into front court, right side, crossover dribble, stops, double team, bottled up, pick out pass, back to McDowell up top on the KU logo. McDowell probes the right side, backdoor cut, hanging as Peterson, missed it, but a foul. Great backdoor cut by Darren Peterson, and got right to the rim to draw the whistle.
We catch the guy, the Iowa State guy, watching White with the ball, doing a little ball watching. And Momcilovic gets watching the ball, guarding Peterson. Peterson, just smart player, takes it back door, hangs, and draws a foul.
9 points for Peterson. Make it 10 on the first free throw make. I mentioned he has struggled with cramps lately, which has forced him to sub himself out during some key moments in key games. He had 32 in that miraculous comeback against TCU here at the friendly confines. The top national recruit and projected to be either number 1 or number 2 in the upcoming NBA draft. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Peterson with 11, and the lead is back to 20, 49-29 for the Jayhawks. Lipsy downhill again, takes it strong right side. Bank shot rims off. Peterson boards it. Peterson behind the back into front court. Peterson between the rings, wings it left side into the hands of Council. Council down low, has it stripped and into the hands of Lipsy. Lipsy on the attack, straight ahead. Lipsy all the way. Lipsy got caught up in a KU sandwich and got it blocked. Now Peterson the other way, rise and fire, missed the 3, tapped around and into the hands of Iowa State. That was Momcilovic. Driving the other way in making the bucket is Heisey. Boy, he is high energy off the bench for Iowa State.
Well, again, man, he saw a gap, he saw a crease, and he attacked it. You got to get in front of the ball and wall it off. Rule 1 in transition defense.
And the message was clearly go on the attack if you're Iowa State. 49-31 Jayhawks with the basketball going to our left. White gives it off to Peterson, drives the right side. Shot was blocked and picked up by the Cyclones. Here comes Iowa State driving right and stopping left baseline. Now coming into the lane. Wheeling, dealing, right-handed hook shot, Momcilovic. I did not know he had that in his bag.
Yeah, good job by the defense, getting the physicality and walling them off, and then attacking by Momcilovic.
49-33 Kansas. Drive and kick. Peterson extra pass into the left corner, into the hands of White. White, couple dribbles, goes inside, kick out pass, back up top Peterson. Peterson faked it, and then offensive foul. Peterson was probing left, got a little bit of a push off to create separation, and the referees called it on the spot with the Iowa State basketball. When we come back, 15:57 to play, it's the Jayhawks 49, the Cyclones 33, and it's NCAA basketball on Elite Media.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
.57 to play here in Lawrence, Kansas. The Fog. Kansas leading Iowa State 49-33 here in the second half. We mentioned how good of a home court advantage this has been. It's been even better than that for Bill Self, who's in his 23rd year, the Hall of Fame coach for Kansas. In 23 seasons, Joe Kleine, they have lost a total of 22 games at Allen Fieldhouse under his direction. That is amazing.
Yeah, he's one of the top. I mean, and he does it the right way. He holds guys accountable. You're going to play D. You're going to share the ball. You're going to take good shots. And it's no surprise because he was a disciple of my coach, Eddie Sutton. He came from the Eddie Sutton tree, and that's how we did it. And things are a little bit different, but in watching practice yesterday, things are not different. Things are you're held to a standard, you're held to accountability, you're going to do things the right way, and it's really coming out tonight. He's got a good team. They've been lost for a little bit here lately. He's trying to get them on track. He needs to finish this game tonight.
Safe to say this team has tested his patience maybe more than some. But how about this crowd, even with a tough start in conference play? They have packed it. They have been energetic from the opening tip on. They've certainly been a factor in this game. That's going to be a legal screen up top for Iowa State. Momcilovic got caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, Momcilovic, you just got to come up there and get set. You don't have to hit the guy on the screen every time. You just got to make him go around you. You don't need to slide your hip.
Third foul on the sharpshooting junior Momcilovic. Kansas with the basketball, going right to left. Dribbling up top is Trey White. Hands it off to his backcourt mate, Derek Peterson. Peterson between the rings, drifting left side. Now inside the arc, goes back up top into the hands of Council. Council lobs it down low, and there's the weak side opening. A catch and slam for Bryson Tiller. 2 more points for Kansas, and it's 51-33 Jayhawks. Beautiful action by Kansas. Baseline drive, pump fake, little pocket pass, kick out, 3 ball for Jefferson, yes, from the right wing.
Had the little guys go in there and draw the action. The big guy hits the 3.
Yeah. Jefferson now with a team-high 12 points. The lead is 15 for Kansas. Plenty of time for Iowa State, just under 15 minutes to go. White dribbling along the perimeter, now drifting right side. Hands it off to Peterson. Peterson driving, right elbow, pull up, 15-footer, book it. Too easy for Darren Peterson. His mid-range game is silky smooth.
Good defensive possession by Iowa State, but Peterson just makes a better shot, bails out KU.
13 points now for the electric freshman. Pass knocked out of bounds off the hands of Bidunga, who's been, as he normally is, extremely active, the sophomore out of Kokomo, Indiana, by way of the Congo. Pass comes in to Jefferson between the rings, hands it off to Trey White. White driving, 14-foot, back out to Jefferson. Rocker step, passed up the three. Back into the hands of, right wing. Three ball knocked in.
Bateman.
That is Jamarian Bateman, who came in 43% from downtown. Good-looking 6'3" freshman out of Milwaukee.
He can get hot.
53-39. Kansas up with the basketball. Peterson driving right in the lane. Now driving right side. Missed the slam. Missed the slam dunk, and now he's kind of come up gimpy. Iowa State has numbers the other way, 5-on-4. They work it around. Still open. Oh, everybody's just passing up wide open threes. Nobody wants to take the shot. Finally, a three ball. There it is at the top. Heisey says, I'll finally take it. Peterson never got back on the other end of the floor, and it's 53-42. Timeout Kansas with 13:29 to go. A 6-0 run for the Cyclones in just 37 seconds. More coming up from Allen Fieldhouse. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Bill Self did not like what he saw, called a timeout with 13:29 to go. Kansas leading Iowa State 53-42. Mike Morgan, Joe Kleine with you here on the Elite Media Network. We invite you to join us on our YouTube channel as well if you want to see Joe and I's incredibly lackluster mugs. In spite of that, it's a fun watch, or you can listen to us on affiliates across the country, tune in, and iHeart as well. Joe, we talked about what Iowa State needed to do, down 21 at the half. What's been the difference?
Well, they calmed down. They started off the half by getting Lipsy involved, going downhill, getting to the basket, getting to the basket, and they've been more sound defensively. The ball is not moving like it moved for Kansas in the first half. The ball was popping side to side, and like we talked, it seemed like Iowa State couldn't catch up. The ball movement for KU has slowed down, allowed those big bodies to settle in front. Now when KU drives, there's physicality, there's bumping, and shots are being missed. And now Iowa State has got the pace going the way they want it, and they've chipped away to this lead, taking 10 off the lead, down 11. Here with 13:25 to go.
I know it's a cliche for announcers to say this game isn't over, but we meant it when we said it. Iowa State is just too good and too well coached under TJ Otzelberger. Kansas with the basketball going to our left. Ball comes left side to Jackson. Heels a dribble. Bounce pass to Badunga. Badunga on the perimeter. Takes it in the lane and slams it home. Badunga 18 feet out, drives, and rocks the rim on a two-hand stuff.
You're going to trap. You can't let him split it and get to the rim.
Crowd back on its feet. Lead is back to 13, and then a slam the other way by Heisey, who's been so good off the bench. 10 points now for Heisey, and it makes it back to an 11-point game, 55-44. Council between the rings, lost it, and it's scooped up by the Cyclones. Here comes Jefferson, right side, leaves it off to a teammate. Reverse layup, no good. Bateman could not finish. Now full throttle. Council in front court, driving right side, goes for the slam. No! Blocked partially, I believe, by Iowa State. And now the Cyclones have it in front court. Three-ball Heisey pops out of there. Rebound to Kansas and White. Here come the Jayhawks, and 5 of 6 from downtown.
Wow, he has been the ultimate difference maker tonight.
Iowa State, Jefferson, right wing, pump fake on a three, leads it off into the hands of Whipsey. Whipsey circling in the lane, throws up a floater, left it short, offensive rebound and a foul. Jefferson got his hands on it, and Jefferson will go to the line for a pair. Timeout on the floor with 11:21 to go from Allen Fieldhouse. It's Kansas 58, Iowa State 44, and you're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
It was 44-23 at the half, and you're wondering how is Iowa State going to come out? Well, they've come out with a couple of runs, and they've outscored KU 21-14 in the second half to make it 58-44 with 11:21 to go. Mike Morgan, Joe Kleine, Brian Dancel, and Joe. Second half, obviously much better for Iowa State. What do they have to do to chip away even further at this deficit?
Well, just keep doing what they've been doing. In the second half, we talked in the first half, you felt like you needed to yell at them to calm down. Well, they've calmed down. They're getting what they want. They're getting Lipsy involved. The ball's moving a little better. They've been able to get back, set up their defense, and get in front of KU. The pace has slowed considerably. It's not a walk or a crawl, but it's not frantic, which is what KU wants.
Iowa State would want more trips to the free throw line. They have one here. with their leading scorer Joshua Jefferson, who has 12.7 rebounds and can't get the bounce on the first free throw. Jefferson on the season 74%. His father Ben played NFL football with the Browns, the Raiders, and the Colts. Great athletic family. And missed both of them. Empty trip at the line for Iowa State. They are now just 3 of 8 from the charity stripe. Lead remains 14 for Kansas. Going to our left, Jackson between the rings. Bounce pass right side into the hands of White. White whips it over left side to Jackson. Jackson inside, left side drive, left-handed layup, no good. Missed at close range by Tiller. Here comes Jefferson downhill, right side. Jefferson all the way, blocked. Great job staying on top of it by Bryson Tiller.
Moved his feet and stayed vertical.
Yep. Blocked it without fouling. Kansas gets it back. In trouble now is Jackson calling for help. He might be in danger of a 5-second call. Just got it out in the nick of time into the hands of McDowell up top. McDowell whips it over left corner, loose basketball, and scooped up by Iowa State. Turnover Kansas. Here comes Jefferson, right side. And now pulls the trigger on a three. Missed it, and nobody there to rebound. Rebound Peterson, and then a kind of a silly foul by Lipsy after the rebound was already reeled in by Peterson.
I know Jefferson was wide open, but I just do not like Iowa State taking one pass, 3-point shots versus Kansas. I just think that feeds into what Kansas wants. Even if they make them, that's taking Iowa State away from what they want to do.
And I'd rather have Jefferson going downhill and settling for a jump shot there. That's a settle to me that Kansas can live with. 58-44, Jayhawks in the lead. Just over 10 minutes to go in this ball game here at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas. One of the best environments in all of college basketball. Peterson kills the dribble, left side, gets it back left wing. Peterson in a double, bottled up. Peterson in trouble, somehow finds Badunga. Ball comes down low, right block. Now right corner and a three on the way and knocked down. Beautiful action that time. And it's Jackson on the make it McDowell on the triple. 61-44, fans back on their feet. It gets loud in a hurry here at Allen Fieldhouse. Ball comes inside, handoff to Heisey, dribbles back out to the right wing. Heisey now going downhill, almost lost it, throws it inside. Pinball action, scrum, and a jump ball. And the arrow to Kansas. Great defense that time by Flory Badunga.
Big shot there by number 11, McDowell. Iowa State got him trapped twice. It looked like they had him dead to rights, and they find a way to get the ball out of the trap and get the ball to the weak side, and McDowell knocks down a wide open three.
McDowell's not hard to scout because 17 of his 19 makes now are threes on the season. Badunga takes a Euro step in the lane, and the big guy finishes it with a little bit of finesse.
He's really done some things off the dribble that I have not seen in the games that I've watched.
10 points for Badunga. The lead is back to 19 for Kansas. Three ball, Heisey, back iron, rebound, Kansas.
Not a good shot, Mike. Just too quick. Work the ball.
They going downhill and driving to start things off. Now they've become a perimeter team, and now Kansas goes downhill. Council attacks the rack and lays it in, and the lead is back to 21.
You shoot it quick versus KU, and the pace goes to KU's pace.
Timeout, Iowa State. Listen to this crowd. $15,000 strong at Allen Fieldhouse. It'd be more, but that's all it can seat. Another sellout and a chance at another win for Kansas, who has dominated this game from the opening tip and now leading it by 21 points, 65-44 with 8:26 to go.
And Iowa State had the pace going the way they wanted. They were getting Lipsy going downhill. They were being a little more deliberate. They slowed the pace to where their defense could get back and set up in front of them. And they shot a couple quick threes, had a couple wild drives that have turned into turnovers, and bam, like that, it goes from 11 to 21 in favor of KU.
Kansas came into this game again 1-2 in the Big 12. They needed something to go right. They needed to get off to a hot start, get some confidence going, kind of remind this team just how talented they are, Joe, and they are loaded. And boy, have they come out guns a-blazing here tonight.
Yeah, they have been effective defensively for most of this game. They've been able to, again, hurry Iowa State up, and then they've been able to get out in transition. When you got Council, White, and Peterson coming at you downhill on the break and in transition, it really is the way KU is best. It's the way KU wants to play. It's where KU can win championships and go a long way in the tournament if they can play this way.
Kansas now with 4 players in double figures. White with 15, Peterson 13, Council and Badunga each with 10.
And the thing that's been driving Bill Self crazy in these first 3 conference games is their defense. Again, we talked about it in the preseason. The defense was good. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was solid. It was good. The first 3 conference games, they're giving up almost 90 points a game, shoot almost 50% from the floor, 40 from the 3, and they weren't able to get out in transition and run because they were taking the ball out of the net every time and having to play half court. Now tonight you look up, with 8 minutes to go, Iowa State's got 44 points. KU's ability to do some effective things defensively has allowed them to really flourish offensively.
Meanwhile, Iowa State has only shot 33% from the field. They've turned it over 12 times, very uncharacteristic. And again, not to pile on one player, Tamin Lipsey is a special player. Tamin Lipsey has a chance to be the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, has a chance to set an all-time school record for assist-to-turnover ratio. But tonight, it just hadn't been there. 5 points on 2 of 13 shooting, 4 assists, 1 turnover in 27 minutes of action. It just has not been your typical impact player for Iowa State.
Well, as Nick Saban would say, they've taken a little bit of the rat poison. And the rat poison is the carrot that KU puts out there, is that it's fun to play fast. Come on, man. Jump on board. We're going 80, 90 miles an hour. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you're a guy that wants to go 75, 70, and it's just you're not as quite comfortable doing it. That's been Iowa State tonight.
We'll see how Iowa State responds here with 8:22 to go. Going to our right, up top with the basketball is Jefferson. Gives it off to Momcilovic. Baseline jumper off the mark. He can hit that. It's a little off balance, but his body was squared. He just can't get it to drop. Kansas with the basketball, trying to pad a 21-point lead. Council dribbling between the rings. Council now probing the right side, stays beyond the arc. Keels the dribble, looking for help. Hand off to Peterson. Peterson along the right sideline. Peterson with 5 on the shot clock says, I got this. Now whips it over left wing. 3 ball on the way. And nearly missing everything is Council, but an offensive rebound. And into the hands of Peterson from downtown. Buries it. And Kansas has its largest lead of 24, 68-44. Three ball, yes, a silencer by Lipsey, and maybe that'll get him going.
Well, on that previous 3 by Kansas, McDowell kind of gets a look what I've found offensive rebound on a late shot clock situation. Iowa State's, all their eyes are turned to the baseline. Peterson up top just floats in behind him. McDowell finds him and knocks down the 3.
Peterson now 16 points in this game to lead all scorers. A very encouraging sign if you're a Kansas fan watching Darren Peterson. We'll see now if he can continue to go without those cramps that have been hampering the young man. Going right to left, Council in the front court. 7:10 to go, 68-47, KU on top. Still on the dribble, now probing left side Council. Stops at the elbow, kick out pass, left wing 3 is good by Jamari McDowell. McDowell, the 3-point specialist, hits another. He has 6, and it's 71-47. Momcilovic gets it. Left wing, pump fake, step back, and draws the foul. Kansas defender left his feet and hit him. We'll see. Are they going to call it on the floor or on the shot?
They're going to look at it.
They're going to review it. They're debating whether it's a 2 or a 3. So he's definitely going to the line. The question is, will he get 2 free throws or 3?
They might be looking at McDowell's shot. The McDowell shot before.
Well, regardless, with 6:42, we'll find out when we come back. 6:42 to go. Kansas leading Iowa State 71-47. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Momcilovic hits all 3 free throws to make it 71-50. On the other end, mid-range pull-up jumper from the left elbow by Council, and Kansas remains red hot. It's now 73-50 with 6:05 to play. Cyclones, left wing 3 off the mark. Weak side rebound is into the hands of Momcilovic. Pulls the trigger on a 3, missed it. And crashing in and committing the foul is Iowa State trying to get an offensive rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, if you can get the contribution the rest of the year that McDowell and Jackson and White are giving you tonight to go along with Peterson, you got a formidable, you already had a really good backcourt. You've got a backcourt that can go with anybody in the country.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, Bill Self loved this team, and there was a lot to love. They had size. They had the #1 freshman in the country. They've got leadership. They just got off to a rough start in league play, but boy, have they looked like a contender so far tonight. Shot clock under 10. Bottled up in the corner is Council. Council goes left elbow. They go right wing. Pump fake. Step back. Now up top. 3 ball on the way. Trey White can't connect. And the rebound fought for and scooped up by Lipsy. Up top, quick 3, top of the key is good by Bateman. And that'll cut it to a 20-point game, 73-53 with 5:07 to play. Council hands it off now between the rings. Drifting left side is Jackson. Jackson at the right corner. Baseline drive, little float game is good by McDowell. So the 3-point specialist says, hey, I got something else in my bag for you.
No, it's going right for you when he makes it too.
Yes, doesn't happen often. Back to a 22-point lead for Kansas. Jefferson along the free throw line. Now goes down, kicks it out into the right corner. Into the hands of number 1, Bateman. Bateman pivots, turns, and hits the teardrop to make it 75-55 with 4:22 to go.
Good looking freshman man.
Bateman out of Milwaukee comes in averaging 6 points per game. Council beyond the arc left side. Now up top to McDowell and over to the right side. And now lob pass down low. Kick out pass stolen. Great read by Bateman. Here come the Cyclones. All the way, Lipsy lays it in. A clear path to the basket for Tame and Lipsy makes it 75-57. We're under 4 minutes to go.
Iowa State will not quit playing. They're going to play. They are a team with a lot of pride. They're going to take this thing to the end.
See if Kansas elects to bleed a little clock here. Council drives in the lane. Reverse layup is good. An and one for Melvin Council.
Well, the thing that Iowa State hasn't been able to do tonight in regularity is keep the ball handlers of Kansas in front of them. They've been able to break them down and get to the rim. Big problems for Iowa State.
Timeout on the floor with 3:37 to go. Jayhawks lead the Cyclones 77-57. More from Allen Fieldhouse up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Take a look at a couple scores going on around the country. In the Big 12, number 7 Houston moves to 4-0 in Big 12 conference play with a 77-48 victory over West Virginia. In the SEC, in double overtime, number 24 Tennessee gets a 5-point victory over Texas A&M, 87-82. Mike Morgan's Florida Gators up 86-66 over Oklahoma. 3 minutes remaining in that game. Number 8 Nebraska, undefeated at this point in the season at 16-0, have an 88-51 lead over Oregon with 1:26 remaining. Mike, back to you.
Defending champion Florida. Of course, that's in the sport of basketball. The 3rd straight year in football. No SEC team. Maybe the SEC's a basketball conference. Maybe the Big 12's a foot. I don't know anymore. Everything is turned upside down. Kansas, by the way, doing some beautiful remodeling of their football stadium. You and I, Joe, were driving by that yesterday. That's never looked better. And, of course, you can only say this so many times, but it's it's worth repeating, there's no better environment in college basketball than the Phog right here. 3.5 minutes to go. Kansas leading Iowa State 78-57. Quick deep three by the Cyclones. Bateman left it short. Rebound Kansas, and they can start to be a little more methodical on offense.
Yeah, I can see this game coming down to an end. You're going to start seeing some guys coming in. You're going to see KU working that ball a little bit more, bleeding the clock. 21-point lead with 3 to go. Turn out the lights.
Badunga looking for a guard, hands it off to Jackson. Shot clock at 7 for Jackson, right wing. Skip pass over to the left side and almost stolen by Momcilovic, who got in the passing lane and knocked it out of bounds. Stations, let's pause 10 down the line for identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network. .258 to go. Kansas on top, 78-57 with the basketball and seeking contact and drawing the foul after the pump fake is Trey White, and he will go to the free throw line.
Just a heads-up play by Trey White. If you're knocking down threes like he's been knocking them down tonight, if you show a little candy, the kids are going to try to reach in the candy jar and get some, and that's what happened. I mean, he's been knocking them down like they're layups tonight. Anytime the ball goes up in a shot fake, he's going to get a reaction. Smart play, shooting 3 at the line.
First free throw too strong. The interesting thing about that was Momcilovic on the foul. He did the exact same thing on the other end and drew 3 free throws. What's good for the Goose, right?
Yep.
That's the 4th foul on Momcilovic, who's got 11. Jefferson on the bench right now with 12 as the second free throw drops to make it 79-57 Kansas. 2:54 remaining in this game, and right now KU can sense their second Big 12 victory. This series has been split over the last 6 meetings, 3-3. Kansas has a chance to get the upper hand.
If there ever was a game Kansas needed, it was this one. They were looking right down the barrel at a 1-3 start in a very, very tough league.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking, is this Kansas team, is the makeup not right? Is this going to be a down year for Bill Self? They won the national championship in 2022. They haven't made it past the first weekend since. Strong drive, and the layup is good for Bateman on a nice drive. 80-59, Kansas leading. I know one thing, if this team keeps playing like this, I wouldn't want to face them in the regular season or the postseason.
They got a lot of answers when they play the right way.
Absolutely. Council dribbling up top near the KU logo, now to the right side. And then a steal, too much dribbling, and a turnover. Here comes the Cyclones in the front court. Nothing there for Bateman. He'll dribble back out, try to set up a play, gets a ball screen. Still settling for a deep 3, left wing, he missed it. Rebound Kansas, and then a reach-in foul on Iowa State. Kind of a frustration foul that time by Nate Heisey, and that will mean free throws, a 1-and-1 upcoming for KU.
Yeah, kind of a freshman 20-point game, late game, late shot clock, hoisted up, bad shot 3, and then a bad foul by Heisey out of frustration.
1-and-1 for Marco Jackson. 6 points off the bench tonight. Redshirt sophomore out of Marlton, New Jersey. And swishes the first free throw, 71% on the season.
They got good minutes from Jackson tonight.
They have.
He really came in the first half and was really a catalyst in getting the ball moving, getting from side to side, and getting some guys some great looks. He did a great job penetrating. Something that they've really been needing from him.
Keep in mind, Kansas has done all this with Peterson now on the bench, 16 points. It's not just him, he's the headliner, but they've got talent all across the board. 82-59, rejection down low by Badunga. The second leading shot blocker in the Big 12. Strong drive, and then a nice finish, reverse layup by Bateman, sweeping right to left, making it 82-61 with 1:33 to go.
Badunga has been special tonight at both ends of the floor.
Kansas will bleed some clock. Council dribbling on the KU logo. A minute 19, a minute 18. Up by 21. Now Council left wing. 8 on the shot clock. Council probing, driving the lane. Puts it up there, off the glass, no good. Follow, no good. Third attempt is good. Kansas that time just willing their way to a basket. Trey White on the stick back, and it's 84-61.
Boy, he's got some quick bounce, doesn't he, Mike?
Great athlete is Trey White, and now a rejection on the other end, and Kansas will bleed the final 50 seconds. Fans on their feet. The Kansas Jayhawks are going to pick up a huge win against what was an undefeated Iowa State team. 16-0 coming in with the Cyclones. Number 2 in the country was Iowa State, but they are going to be thumped. Double-digit victory for Kansas as the shot is off the mark. Offensive rebound, and it'll be a shot clock violation. It was an air ball. So 25.8 left. Kansas leading 84-61. And those that will just be scoreboard watching will look at this, Joe, and they'll say, yeah, maybe we counted out Kansas a little too early.
Oh, certainly. I mean, they came in, all credit to them and their coaching staff and their players. They came in with a purpose to get this game going up and down and get the ball moving and attack that pressured defense of Iowa State, and they did it. They exploited them on the offensive end. They exploited them on the defensive end. They got the pace the way they wanted. The game turned into a rout. Great job if you're a KU fan. But Iowa State, this is going to do them well.
Yes.
They're going to look at this. This is a mature team, a great team. They're going to bounce back better than ever, I can promise you. They're too good a team, too good a coaching staff.
I totally agree. I don't think anybody should sell their stock on the Cyclones, who will fall to 3-1. The crowd was applauding all the backups coming in for Kansas for the final 18 seconds here. Pass down low, and a nice layup inside. That's play 2, the 6'11" German freshman. Final 8 seconds tick away. Don't think Kansas will take a shot. They will not. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the horn sounds. Kansas convincing over the number 2 team in the land, Iowa State. Your final score, Jayhawks 84 and the Cyclones 63, and the crowd is loving it here at Allen Fieldhouse. That's the end of our ball game here in Lawrence. Coming up, it's the Elite Media Network post-game show. Joe Kleine and I will have some final thoughts and name the player of the game. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots. French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner. Not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. This bed's going to help give that extra push, make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality, you're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
If you go back about a month and a half ago, the last college football game here on Elite Media Network showcased a talented freshman quarterback by the name of Arch Manning. He was the player of the game in a win over Texas A&M. Tonight, the player of the game on the hardwood is not a freshman. It's a senior playing for his fourth school in 4 years. Trey White's journey to Lawrence, Kansas has been an interesting one. He started off at Southern Cal, then went to Louisville, then to Illinois, and now the Kansas Jayhawks are happy to have the 6'7" senior guard, who tonight is our Elite Media Player of the Game, Joe. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists in 35 minutes of action. He was terrific.
Yes, he was. And when you have a player like Darren Peterson, who's going to garner so much attention, get guys loading up to him, when you can move the ball the way Kansas did, especially in the first half, and then right there in the middle of the second half to pull away again and get the ball popping, you're going to find open guys. And when open guys like he can knock down shots, it really opens the floor offensively, and your ability to drive the ball, to throw lobs, to get bigs rolling down the middle of the paint just gets so much easier because guys like White were able to stretch the defense and knock down the three.
He's a tough guard for just about anybody in this league or any other. He is our Elite Media Player of the Game. Once again, our final score, the Kansas Jayhawks knock off one of the 5 unbeatens in college basketball, the Iowa State Cyclones, 84-63. Coming up, the postgame show, we rejoin Brian Dancel back in the studios. You are listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
College football is here, and if you need tickets for the biggest games, then talk to the experts at Ticket City. We handle everything from big rivalry games to the college football playoffs. For 35 years, Ticket City has been the trusted source for 1 million fans to get tickets to their favorite events. www.ticketcity.com. Use ELITE5 promo code to receive a big discount on your tickets. That's ELITE and the number 5. Buy from the trusted experts in college football tickets at Ticket City.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
The best games, the best teams, the best coverage. That's what Elite Media Network is all about. Join us each and every week for the Elite Media College Football Game of the Week. No matter where you are, we are there. Heard crystal clear on the Elite Media Network stations on TuneIn and on iHeart, as well as our website, EliteMediaNetwork.com. Game on.
Welcome back to the Elite Media Network postgame show. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Our final score, Kansas 84, Iowa State 63. You just heard Mike and Joe talk about it. I'm not sure anybody really saw this coming, but we did bring up to you during the pregame. There's only been 2 times now in Bill Self's long and storied history here at the University of Kansas where he's began Big 12 play with a 1-2 record. The last time was 2005, 2006. In that season, they came back to tie Texas to win the Big 12 regular season. This may be the starting point of something special there. For the Cyclones, they begin their season now 16-1. It is the best start in their program's history. They are now 3-1 in Big 12 play. Let's take a look at a couple of the factors in this game. Iowa State really did not have a lot going for it. Shooting 37% from the field, 24 of 65, 9 of 27 from three-point land for 33%. We talked about it all game. 12 turnovers. They averaged 10.4 on the season. They reached that double-digit number before halftime. On the Kansas side, on the other hand, completely lights out. 31 of 61 from the field for 51%. Beyond the arc, 12 of 24 for 50%, only turning the ball over 9 times, and 10 of 12 from the charity stripe. Kansas really needed to get back game after a loss at Morgantown to West Virginia last Saturday. Boy, did they get it in a huge 84-63 win over now previously unbeaten Iowa State. There were 5 teams that came into the evening undefeated in the country. We now have 4. The other team that's undefeated in the country would be the University of Nebraska, number 8 in the country. They took on Oregon tonight. Huge 90-55 win at home in Lincoln to move themselves to 6-0 in the Big Ten. Also in the Big 12, number 7 Houston off to a 4-0 start in conference play. A win over West Virginia, who we just talked about, beat this Kansas team last Saturday night. Houston's win 77-48. Number 3 UConn in the Big East, moving to 7-0 and 17-1 overall, gets a huge win over number 25 Seton Hall by the score of 69-64. And over in the SEC, a huge overtime thriller, number 24 Tennessee beating Texas A&M 87-82. Once again, our final score, Iowa State 63, Kansas 84. We would like to thank our crew for today, our engineers, John Trauma and Jeremiah Brookhart. The executive producer and host of Elite Media Network is Brian Dancel, and the CEO of Elite Media Network is Dean Douglas. Join us in some of these very same stations on Monday, January 26th for another huge Big 12 matchup that features the number 1 Arizona Wildcats and the 11th ranked BYU Cougars. For the rest of our college basketball schedule, visit EliteMediaNetwork.com. Once again, from Allen Fieldhouse, our final score, Kansas 84, number 2 Iowa State 63. Now, for Mike Morgan and Joe Kleine, I'm Brian Dancel. You've been listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.